Hello friends, welcome back to Digitalk. In this session, I am going to cover how to download the Oracle Fusion Middleware infrastructure and JDK directly on the Linux machine from the Oracle eDelivery portal. Okay, and along with that, we will do the installation of JDK and Fusion Middleware infrastructure. Then we will create the domain, which will contain the EM console. So if you need the EM console and if you are using the Fusion Middleware infrastructure, then to create a domain, specifically this Fusion Middleware infrastructure we use for the middleware softwares like the SOA Suite, Web Center, and then for multiple other middleware products. Okay, so you need the database. You have a dependency on database. Okay, but specifically if you need the EM console only and you don't want to go with the database, then we can create the domain in the restricted JFR mode. Okay, and in this particular mode, we can create the domain and then we can, including the EM console, without using the database. Okay, and then we will explore the EM console after the installation. Okay, so let me quickly first download your Fusion Middleware infrastructure and your JDK directly on the Linux machine. So what I will do first, I will go to edelivery.oracle.com. Okay, you can download the softwares from edelivery.oracle.com. If you do not have account, you can create your free account. Okay, after that, you will have the option. You can either download software directly on your Windows machine where you are working. Otherwise, you can directly download the softwares on your Linux machine as well if it has the internet access, because the script will be provided by the Oracle during the download options. Okay, and let me show you that as well. So I will log in with my credentials. If you do not have an account, you can create a free account. Okay, you have to provide a valid email address for the validation. Now in the search box, we can search for a Fusion middleware infrastructure. Fusion middleware infrastructure. Okay, and the categories you can select the release, so it will display you the specific releases. So here we have a different versions of the Fusion middleware infrastructure. Okay, so the last 12c version of Fusion middleware infrastructure was 12.2140, and after that we have the 14.120. Okay, so in 14.120 we do not have the traditional admin console. Okay, now we have the remote console. Okay, but admin console is there. So let me select the 14.120 and then click on continue. Okay, so before that one, I will download the JDK as well. Okay, because I will show you the installation of JDK as well. So let me search for the Oracle JDK. So 14.120 specifically support your JDK 17 and 21. Okay, so I will select the 21 version, 2109. Okay, so in the cart, I have added the Fusion Middleware infrastructure 14.120 along with the JDK 2109. So let me click on continue. So here you have to select the platform. So we are going to install it on Linux. So I will select the Linux 8664 means Linux 64-bit architect system. Right, so we have selected both the component along with the platform. So click on continue. You have to select and review the agreement. So now this is the window from where you can download. Okay, so now we have here two options. If you click on the download, it is going to download a small script on your local system, which you can utilize to download it on local system. If you want to install it on the machine or the Windows machine from where you are working right now, okay, so this script will be downloaded. You can click on next, and this is going to download in your local system, right? But now, if you want to download this software directly on the Linux machine, otherwise it will be a bit time-taking process. First, you are downloading in your local system, then you are using some SSH tool to copy it in your Linux machine. You have the option you can directly download it in your Linux machine. So for that, you have this wget option. Click on this wget option. So you will get a prompt to download a script. Click on download.sh. Okay, then a script will be downloaded. Okay, you just need to copy this script. Okay, and then you need to go to your Linux machine. Okay, where you can use this script to download the software directly on your Linux machine. Okay, so I am going to use my AWS cloud Linux machine. Okay, Red Hat Linux machine. So what I will do quickly, I will bring up my one of the node. Okay, which I will use for the installation of Fusion Middleware infrastructure. Okay, so this is my one of my node. So it will take couple of seconds to bring up my virtual machine. Once it is ready, I am going to take the public IP addresses to log into my machine, and then I will use this downloaded script, okay, to directly download the software in my Linux machine. Okay. So now it should be ready, right? So now let me log into my machine. Okay. Okay, it will take some time to enable the login prompt. The machine is up. Yeah, it is enabled. So I will log in with my Oracle user and the password. Sorry. Okay, so now what I will do, I will create one script here, download.sh. This is a blank file, and I will take this script which I have downloaded. I will paste it here. Okay, what happened? Let me see. Okay, let me try to log in again. Seems the window got hang, so I will take the public IP again, and this is my public IP, Oracle user, my password, download.sh, and here I will copy and paste this script. Okay, save it and exit. You can change the mode of the script. Okay, now you can just run this script. So it is going to prompt you for the username and password, and this is the same username and password that you have to provide, which you have used to log into this e-delivery portal. Okay, so my user was digitalk.fmw@gmail.com, and then my password. Okay, after that it will take some time to download the software in your system. I will open a duplicate window. Okay, and I will see the progress here. So you can say this software is getting downloaded. Okay, so we have two software. One is the Fusion Middleware infrastructure, and then it is going to download your JDK as well, right? So let me go back and show you. So this is your JDK, and this is our Fusion Middleware infrastructure. Okay, so Fusion Middleware infrastructure, if you are not aware about that one, this is nothing else, but it is a WebLogic server only. But this is specifically designed for the middleware softwares. Okay, like SOA Suite, Web Center, IDM, OID, OUD, and so Fusion Middleware infrastructure has some multiple component that is not there in the plain WebLogic, which need to support your middleware stack. Okay, for example, it has a JFR domain, it has an OPSS security schema, it has a ADF framework for the development. So multiple things are there that which need to support your middleware applications. Okay, so which build on top of your WebLogic server only. So okay, it is taking some time because the software size is bit big. Okay, so it is on 2079. So let me see what exactly it is download. Okay, it is downloading the JDK as of now. Okay, which is of around 533 MB. Let me see. Okay, so looks like my bandwidth on the AWS is a bit slow. Anyway, I will pause this video to save the length of this video session. Okay, and when it is downloaded, I will resume again. Okay, so softwares are downloaded now. Let me show you. So this is star.zip. Okay, so these are the two software that we have downloaded. This is with the last four 51352079. This is 5135 and 2079. Yes, so we have the softwares are downloaded. So now we need to install the JDK first, and then we are going for the installation of for the Fusion middleware. So first we will install the JDK. Okay, so what is the JDK? It is the 105. So let me go back here. Okay, so this is my JDK. So what I will do, I will quickly create one folder inside the U01 with the name of Fusion middleware JDK. Okay, and I will create one more directory for the installation of the Fusion middleware. I will create inside the same U01. Okay, and Fusion middleware home. Right. So now I will quickly unzip the content. So first I will move this my JDK file 2079. So this I am going to move inside my FMW JDK, and here I am going to unzip this JDK file. Okay, so this JDK has the RPM installer and few more installers. So we are going to install this zip one. Okay, we just need to extract. So this is tar.gz extension. So we have to use tar hyphen xvzf. Okay, so we have to use this option xvzf for untar this .gz file. Okay, and once your extraction is done, that means you are done with the installation of JDK. Okay, but for the simplicity, what I will do, I will create a soft link for this one. Okay, I'm going to not going to use this hard path of the JDK, because if tomorrow this version will get changed, so I need to change this particular version in each and every configuration file. So for that, what I will do, I will create a soft link of this directory. Okay, and for that I will use ln-s, and then your this is my source. Target I will create it with the name of only JDK. Okay, so now you can see I have created a soft link with the name of JDK, which is pointing to this particular folder, right? So now let me check my JDK version. So I will go inside the JDK, and then I will go in the bin, and I will run the Java hyphen version. So you can see it is 21.0.9. Right. So now I have installed the JDK. So I need to install my Fusion middleware. Okay. So for installing Fusion middleware, I will do it from the graphical interface of my Linux machine, and that I am going to access with the help of VNC server. Okay. But before that, I need to unzip my Fusion middleware infrastructure installer, which is a generic jar file. Okay. And then it is 14120 infrastructure.jar. And in between, I will create a tunnel to access my VNC server. So for that, we need to go to the tunnels option, 5901 port, and then a localhost colon 5901 add. So this is going to create a tunnel to my cloud machine, and so that I can access it from the my local machine with the help of some tools, client tools. Okay, apply. Okay, so I have accepted. Now I have to start the VNC server to access the graphical user interface of my Linux machine. So I will start VNC service on port 1. The command is VNC server colon 1. It is started. I have to set the password for the VNC. So I will set with the help of VNC password PASSWD. Let me give welcome 123, welcome 123. Okay, the VNC password is set now. And when we have given the tunnel settings here, okay, this 5901, this 1 is the port which I have given here. I have started the VNC server on port 1, right? So if you are starting on port 1, then in the tunnel settings, you have to give 5901. If you start the VNC server on port 2, you have to give 5902, like this one. Okay. Right now, so VNC process has been started, password is set, and I have configured tunnel in my putty session. So now I am going to access with the help of this tight VNC tool. And here we have to give localhost colon 5901. Oh, it is not giving. Okay, it is not giving because this Oracle user doesn't have the privileges to start VNC server. So what I will do, I will quickly start with my EC2 user, okay, which has the privilege to start the VNC service. So before that, I will kill this which I have started from the Oracle user. Let me guess the command VNC kill. I think this is the command. No, VNC. I forgot the command. There's a command to kill the VNC session. So what I will do, I will quickly grab the VNC. It is not started even. ps-en and then grep-i VNC. Oh, so there is no VNC started. So what I will do, I will quickly log in my EC2 user, which has the privilege to start the EC2 VNC server, okay, on the Linux machine. So I will take my public IP again. This is my EC2 console, which is again seems to be slow. Anyway, it is loaded now. So I will take the public IP address from here. This is my public IP. Okay, let me open it. EC2 hyphen user. So this is the default user of Amazon Cloud EC2 machine. So this has the privilege to start the VNC server. So I will start with the help of VNC server :1. Then again I will set the password for VNC PASSW. Sorry, what happened? Oh, sorry, VNC password. Then let me give welcome 123. Welcome 123. It is set now. So let me try it again. Yeah. So welcome 123. Okay. So now I am on the graphical user interface of my Linux machine. So this I am going to use to install my. Sorry. Yes. Let me close this one. Okay. To install my Fusion Middleware infrastructure. So for that I have to go to the terminal and I will click on these activities. Then I will click on the terminal. Right. So here by default I am on the EC2 user, so I have to switch to my Oracle user. Okay. So let me. Okay, but before that one, I think I have the software which is with the permission of EC2 user. Okay, or it is Oracle. Let me see. Yeah, this is with the Oracle. Okay, so let me switch my user SU, and then I'm going with the Oracle user. Okay, so I have switched to my Oracle user. Oh, why it is giving the. Oh, finally I am in the EC2 home directory. So because I have logged in as a Oracle user, I have to go to the home directory of my Oracle user. So here I have the softwares, right? And now I need to install the Fusion Middleware infrastructure, and this is the software. So I will give the complete path of my Java because I haven't set the environment variable. Okay, so home and then FMW. Oh, what was that? Let me see again. Okay, so it was U01 and FMW JDK. Yes, and then Java and then bin and then Java, right? So hyphen jar, and then I will give the name of installer underscore 1412, right? So this is going to initiate the installer, okay? And I'm going to install this Fusion Middleware infrastructure using the graphical user interface of my Linux machine. Okay, so this is that prompt for the inventory directory location. So let me go with the default one, which is prompting. So this inventory contained all the middleware home that we installed in the machine. Okay, so now we are getting a prompt for the installation of Oracle Fusion Middleware infrastructure. Click on next, skip for auto updates. Then we have to provide a location for the Oracle home. So I will give the location which I have created inside U01. So let me go to the root folder. Then I will go to the U01. Then I have created FMW home. Yeah, so this is the location where I'm going to install. Okay, so these are the component inside your Fusion Middleware infrastructure. So this is the core WebLogic server which we are seeing here. Okay, and these are the same component that you will see in the main plain WebLogic server as well. On top of that, you can see here you have a JRF and enterprise and then some other component as well. Okay, so click on next. Oops, it seems to getting hang. Let me see what is the reason. Let me go to my server. Yeah, server is okay. So why it is hanging? Okay, now I'm on install screen. So click on install. So based on the configuration of your server, okay, it will take some time for the installation. And once the installation is completed, I will create the Fusion Middleware infrastructure domain, which will contain our EM console as well. So I will select the enterprise manager, and for enterprise manager, because we do not have installed the database, okay, so we have to create the domain in the restricted JFR mode, and this will allow you to create the domain okay, which has the EM console. Otherwise, when we install the middleware softwares like the SOA Suite and then IDM, SOA, your Web Center and other middleware products, okay. So for that, we need to select the non-restricted JFR mode, okay, because that is schema get created in the database, right? So here we do not have any schema that need to create for the EM console, so we are not going to create the domain in the JFR mode, and this will allow us to create the domain without the need of the database, right? So this is about to install. 90%, 97% is completed. Let us wait for a couple of seconds more. Okay, so now 100% is completed. So let me click on next and then finish. Okay, so now this Fusion middleware infrastructure has been installed, and the directory is what was the directory inside the U01? It was FMW home, right? FMW home. Okay, let me clear and let me show you here. So this is the location where it is installed. So now I need to create the domain. So for creation of domain, same, you have to go to the Oracle underscore common, and then bin. Here we have to run the config.sh command to create the domain. Okay, so process is same. If you are working on the middleware, the process is same to initiate the configuration wizard for creating the domain. So this is to create a new domain and you have to specify the location. So I'm going with the default location, which is inside my middleware home. Okay, but this is not recommended for the production or any of the other environments. Okay, we should create the domain outside your Fusion middleware home, because tomorrow if you are going to upgrade your middleware home or the WebLogic or infrastructure, then it will create a problem. So always create the domain outside your Fusion middleware home. Now this is the main screen. If you see here, this is the basic WebLogic server domain that comes with the plain WebLogic as well. Okay, now apart from that, here in you will see multiple templates, right? So now if you would like to install the enterprise manager, okay, for that you need to select this enterprise manager restricted JRF. Okay, so with the this Oracle restricted JRF, you can able to access without the database. Okay, so let me select on the restricted JRF. So as soon as I have selected this restricted JRF, then one more automatically component has been selected, this one, right? So this is the main point here. When we create the domain, we have to select this particular restricted JRF EM enterprise manager. If you go with this first one, this will not allow you to configure because this need the database. Okay, so now click on next. My system is this console is going to be a bit slow. I don't know what is the problem. Anyway, we'll wait for that one so that it can move to the next screen. So anyway, when you create the domain, so that was the main screen to select the template. Okay, so this is a location for application where it is going to download the configure the your EM console application. You can specify any location here, or you can go with the default as well. Then you need to specify for the admin console. Let me give WebLogic and WebLogic 123, and then I am going with the development mode only, with the not going to enable the SSL. So next. Okay, so I'm not going to configure any of the component of the domain because we just need the EM console, and EM console is deployed on our admin server, right? So I'm not going to modify any of the configuration. I am going with the default setting of admin server. Okay, so here we need to specify the listen address. So for listen address, because it is my machine is on the AWS cloud, so I need to specify the IP address of my machine. So this is the private IP address, and then I will specify it here. So my admin server is going to listen on this private IP of my EC2 machine. Now click on next and let me create the domain. Okay, so it is going to create the domain. So now you can see here OPSS processing. Okay, this is Oracle Platform Security Services. Okay, it is the framework which handle the complete end-to-end security in your Oracle Fusion Middleware domain. So if you are creating a domain which is not in the restricted mode, for example, for the middleware stack, then this OPSS schema is created in your database. So as of now, we have selected the restricted JRF, and this is not using any database. So this OPSS schema and this security framework is going to be created at the file system level. This is one of the major difference in the restricted and non-restricted JFR mode. Okay, it is created. So click on next. Okay, the domain is created. Okay, it is a bit slow. Right. So now this is done. So here you can see the admin, it is showing you the admin server URL. But anyhow, this is not applicable now because 14.1.2 onwards, we do not have the traditional admin console. It will redirect you to the remote console screen, and it will ask you to download the remote console. Okay, and to access the remote console, we have multiple ways, and I have posted multiple videos in the channel. You can just search for the WebLogic 14.1.2, and then you will get all the options. Okay. We have the option to download the client tool to access the admin console. We have using the hosted mode as well, where we can deploy the admin console on admin server, and then we can access with the help of our console context in the browser. So there are multiple ways for that one. Okay, so let me click on finish. Right. So now my domain has been created. So I will now quickly start my admin server, and then I will show you how to access the EM console. So for that, I need to go to my domain. So user projects, and then domains, and then base domain. Then I will go to bin directory. Okay, and let me see the Java hyphen version. Okay, it is pointing to the open JDK. So I need to change it. So I will export the path variable. Okay, and here I will set it to the my JDK path. Okay, so what was the JDK path? Let me see it again. U01 FMW FMW JDK, and then I have created this JDK, right? So this is my uh, Java home path, paste, and inside that bin, right? And then export path. Now let me check. Okay, now it is pointing to 2190. So now I will start my WebLogic server. Okay, so I can start directly from this VNC server, or we can directly start from the putty by putty session as well. Okay, wherever you want. For starting the server from here, the benefit is if you close this VNC server window, your server will be up and running. But if you start your server in the VNC your putty by in without background, okay, it will be shut down if you close this putty by session. Okay, so now it is starting the Fusion middleware infrastructure. So it take bit more time in comparison with the plain WebLogic server because it has multiple other component. So it validate and then configure and deploy the multiple components for which is specifically related with the Fusion middleware infrastructure. So it takes some time to start your WebLogic console in comparison with the plain WebLogic server. Okay. No, it is up and running. So now to access this EM console, I need because it is on my this EC2 machine. So I need the public DNS of my machine, public DNS or maybe the public IP address, and then I can go to here, and then my port is 7001, and to access the EM console /EM. Okay, so now you can say it is up loading the EM console. Yeah, so EM console has been loaded. So we can log in with the username and password, WebLogic and WebLogic 123. So because EM console discover your complete domain and all the component that is running in your domain along with the deployments and each and every service. Okay, so first time it will take bit longer time for loading, and apart from that, historically it is you may feel the EM console bit slow, and the reason is that because it look for the multiple component when you access the admin console, EM console. Okay, for the multiple components, so it is bit slow in comparison with the admin console. So now we are on the, you can see here we are on the EM console. Okay, so here you can say this is on the left hand side, this is one of the screen which is called the hamburger menu. So here, if you click on this hamburger menu, okay, you can see here your all the services. Okay, for example, if you click on application deployment, then you can see the internal applications and the resource adapters. Okay, if you have any adapters that has been deployed, you can see here. And this is your WebLogic domain. This is the base domain, and inside base domain we have only admin server, which you can see here. If you click on the admin server, okay, then it will be land up on your admin server screen. Okay, so this is the admin server, and here you can monitor the multiple parameters specifically related to the admin server. Okay, like the servlets and JSPs, the total number of active sessions, your request processing time, request per minute process if you are using the work manager, and if you have configured the JDBC, then you can see the multiple other information related with the JDK and JMS here. Similarly, if you click on the manage server, then you will see all these statistics for your managed servers as well. Okay, now apart from that one, if we click on this drop down menu, so here you will see almost the same option just like we get it on the traditional admin console, right? You can click on monitoring, and here you will see the multiple options like performance summary, resource performance, JVM performance, health, deployment, JDBC data source, messaging. So these are the multiple things that you can monitor from the EM console. Inside the diagnostic, you will see the support workbench where on demand dump, where you can enable few options for the advanced troubleshooting. Inside the control, you will get the options to start stop your services. Like if I click on startup, okay, you will get an error because this is already running. Let me close it. Now let me go to monitoring, and if I click on the monitoring and then JVM performance, okay, then you can monitor your JVM. Like this is the heap utilization. You have a heap utilization, and this is the non-heap utilization. Along with that, you have a garbage collections running there, so you can see here the statistics of your garbage collections as well. Okay, collections per minute, average collection time in milliseconds, and here you can check the statistics of the threads. And here also you can check the different state threads which is running in your system or in your application or admin server as of now. Okay, this will show you the complete states of the threads. What is the status of thread? What is the CPU time it is taking? Okay, so from here you can do a lot of monitoring, which we do multiple times with the help of command lines, with the help of multiple tools and commands. So which you can do it easily from the EM console as well. Okay, similarly in the inside the monitoring we have multiple more options like JDBC data source. If you click on JDBC data source, so as of now we do not have any data source, but if you click on the JDBC data source, then you can monitor the multiple parameters here as well, like the active connection average count, active connection high count. Okay, similar to we monitor from the admin console, we can monitor from this EM console as well. Similarly inside monitoring we have a multiple other options for the monitoring. Okay, and similarly if you see the other options, like if I go to the security, okay, and inside the security you will get some option for the configurations. Like if you click on configuration, there you will see the multiple options. For example, if you are going for the configurations of the SSL, you are going to configure the key stores, right? So every option is there inside the security, right? And if you go to the messaging, then you will see the option for the JMS servers, SAF agents, JMS resources, bridges, everything, right? So this is the way we can utilize this EM console for multiple purpose, right? So this was a quick way how to download the Oracle Fusion Middleware infrastructure along with JDK directly on the Linux machine, how you can initiate the graphical user interface, how to install it, and how to configure the domain without database using the non-restricted restricted JRF mode for the EM console, and how we can utilize the EM console for monitoring and some other purpose. Thank you.